All right, thanks for tuning in to Backpacking or Bust. My name's Patrick, and I am out of videos. I finally got done with all my videos from my last trip. So enjoy those. I think the 10th is the last video that comes out. Today's probably the 11th then, because this will be the first video I'm making at home. Now, I'm getting ready for my next trip, and I decided I will go over what you kind of want to pack for a longer international backpacking trip. So, as far as backpacking, I'm looking at going for like 6 months this time, so a little bit longer. And you're gonna notice right away that pretty much all my luggage, all my backpacking gear is gonna be Osprey. I am kind of a fanboy, but they do offer a lifetime warranty, and none of their stuff's ever failed me. So let's get on to the very first item that I'm using for an international backpacking trip. My Osprey Daylight fanny pack. I use this only when I'm mainly traveling like country to country or city to city, because this is what I'm going to want to keep all my money, my passport, and my phone in. So this is going to stay on me at all times. So I'm not always, let's say, on a bus or a train, checking on my bags, worrying about if anyone tries to mess with them, or just, it's nice to keep that on you. So this is primarily for keeping my valuables on my person. Now, as far as for packing, this is my 30-liter Osprey Porter bag. I don't know what Osprey calls the new version. It's not called the Porter anymore, but a 30-liter bag that's going to be just about right to get in as a personal item on an airplane. So you're going to want to go with a personal item and a carry-on. That's your ideal setup. So as far as the personal item, 30 liters seems to be good. This one does offer some compression straps, so I can cinch it down a little bit, so I can make sure I take the measurements and it fits the centimeters and the size requirement to fly as a personal item. In here I'm going to keep my laptop. This is mainly going to be my electronics bag. My laptop, I have a titanium pot that I take with me. I seconded as storage for my mouse, but this is great for cooking like the Idaho and potato packs. I'll bring a bunch of those with me, or when you're traveling, ramen noodles. Good to have something to cook and eat with when you're on the go. I also keep a titanium spork that's inside my toiletry bag. So both together kind of work out. Late night in a hotel and you're hungry, make a quick snack. Alright, inside here I also keep another bag. This is my 15-liter Daylight bag. This is my day pack. So this is what I'm going to take when I'm going around places, things like that, going adventuring on some mountain or volcano or some village outside of town. Because in here I can keep my camera stuff in the front pocket here, and then the main pack I can put towel, water, drinks, some snacks. So it's a good day pack, and then when I travel, it'll second as a reinforcement for the back of this pack. So that pretty much ends this. Of course, you're going to want to bring headphones, sunglasses, power banks. Now, one thing I've noticed the last couple years is a lot of countries are starting to limit their power bank, how big a power bank can be that can be brought into the country. For example, Thailand, 25,000 milliamps as high as they're going to allow you to go. So if your power bank has no max listed on it, or it's higher than 25,000 milliamps, it may not be allowed in some countries, and they'll confiscate it. So I recommend if you have one, go 25,000 or less. And then also, just for customs and visas, bring a couple passport photos of yourself and just keep it in there. That's paid off for me a couple times. Now in this pack, which is going to be my clothes and pretty much my main everything pack, non-electronic, I'll put hats and random crap in here. But mainly, you're going to have, oh, by the way, this is going to be a 40 liter, which is going to be the max size for a carry-on item. But you're also going to make sure that all the measurements measure out too. A lot of airlines can be picky, it just depends. This is my packing cube for my clothes. When I'm packing clothes for a trip, I pack with the rule of threes. So I'm going to bring 3 bathing suits, 3 underwear, 3 socks, 3 shirts, and then I'll bring like 2 khaki or cargo pants. And that'll bring pretty much everything I bring with me. I don't really bring much for dress clothes. I'll be wearing a pair of jeans, a t-shirt, and a button down when I fly, and that'll be the rest of my clothes. Along with that, this time I'm going to be bringing this for the first time. I just picked this up, but it's an Osprey 30 liter forgot what they call that, but bag. So I'm going to be using this to mainly put dirty laundry in or groceries and just other stuff. It's small, it packs down real small. And then I'm also bringing, and you should also always bring a good water, not water repellent, waterproof jacket. So make sure like the seams are sealed and everything like that. And ideally one that's packable. From what I've seen at markets when I travel, once you get to the other side of the world, if you want to end up getting one, they're going to be real cheap disposable ones at the markets, or if you're going to go to the malls or try to get more of a reputable brand, it's going to cost you like 3 times as much. So that's something I would always recommend bring. And then beyond that, toiletry bags. So you want to bring your toothpaste and everything. And then I've got this little zip pocket on the side here, a pair of flip-flops. And then I don't really bring shoes, but I go with like these Chaco adventure sandals. And that pretty much sums it up. So this is pretty much all you generally need when you're traveling for 6 months. Unless like, you need medication or whatever. But this is what I'm packing. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions or if you think I can find a better way to pack, leave it in the comments. And again, thanks for tuning in. And I guess like and subscribe. Let's see if I can get to 100,000.